Hi, this will be Shamanic drumming today, bringing in some loving, kind, beautiful bird singing energy. Love it. It's so important to laugh and smile no matter what you are going through in life. I know lots of people be like, it's not easy to do that. No, it isn't, but it helps to boost that energy. Clear quartz dragon, black obsidian dragon, labradorite crystal heart today. Hope, third eye Hamza, and the yin yang. Beautiful. The birds are singing today. I've done 2 yoga sound baths, and yeah, they were quite something. I've been shopping and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to come on and I'm going to do some shamanic drumming, but it's quite hot here. It's not about, you know, looking amazing. I'm just showing up as I'm showing up today. That's the more important thing, really. Actually, the energies are very interesting. Just now, lots of things going on for people, and I'm quite tired today. Actually, I didn't have a very good night's sleep. And then I had my neighbour like making loads of noise and this, that and the other, and it's just, you know, another thing why I was guided and what came to me on my yoga mat is that some people like to try and get a reaction out of people. Yeah, it's like some people get a kick out of it, and my neighbour at the moment is just, oh, you know, but it's not that, it's the energy. It's like monitoring spirits as well. I'm finding that in particular, it's like being more interested in what I'm doing than their own life, and I'm feeling it. That's why I went round my home with black salt, you know, to help alchemize those energies as well, which is, I feel, is needed basically. And after shopping, when I was driving, and before I knew it, I had to really stop suddenly because this lady, older lady, I think she was with her grandson or something, wanting to cross. And if I hadn't have stopped, I would have gone through a red light. And this car behind me, well, this guy behind me was so close, you know. And then the lights changed and I went to move, and I did call him something because I was like, why do you have to be so close to my car? Why do you have to be? Because it was obvious that the lights were going to change. It's quite a narrow roundabout, so, you know, so I'm just finding it a little bit, the energy is quite something, but what I'm finding is that some people are enjoying if they see some people lose their shit, right? It's a bit messed up. It's like some people get a kick out of it, which, you know, I feel is a bit, you know, they wouldn't like it if it was done to them, put it that way. And I know what's going on at the moment. I recently shared on my shorts the karma, and I've had interesting conversations to do with friends, and there's been certain situations with family members, friends, all sorts of things. And it's like, some people can't interfere with other people's karma. Yeah, that's what's been coming up as well. Like, you know, say if some people, you know, are doing some things or speaking things over people, doing their spell work, I'm going to say this again, but, you know, it's like, it's backfiring. So don't send out there anything that you wouldn't want back. And I've said this for God knows how long. And I also mentioned, I think in one of my previous videos, is that some of these people are trying to retract what they've put out there, and they can't. And they have to face their own karma, you know. So if people are wishing things, then, you know, I haven't casted anything on anybody, and that is the truth. And there's been so many lies and God knows what that's been told about me. This is why I feel that I was gang stalked. I'm going to say that again. And I have been seeing some other people that, I mean, where I live is quite a big place, do you know what I mean? So to see certain people all the time is not normal. Yeah? So if people are watching me, then who's watching you? Basically, you know, be mindful of that as well, because I know that I'm protected. I know that I am protected. So yeah, so I've got 7 days to move out of my home I'm in now. I'm being evicted. I've got a Section 21, no fault of my own. I've paid my rent every month. My landlord passed away. The family want to sell. So this shamanic drumming as well, because I was going to do an Atlantean, but then I was told to do the shamanic drumming first and then something else, but then something else came up to put in connection with the Atlantean healing. So it's like spirit are like giving me, they're setting me like tasks to do, if that makes sense. They're like planning it for me, which is great. This is for miracles. I nearly got sidetracked there. This is for miracles. This drumming is to alchemize the impossible. Yeah, what's come to me. So my guides and ancestors and angels and all, you know, my spirit team, love them. They're like, we would like you to do shamanic drumming and alchemize the energy of the impossible, miracles. So if there's situations that some people are like, I really don't know how to cope with this, I don't know how to deal with this, let's alchemize it. Let's do some miracles, shall we? You know? And then I've got Atlantean healing, which there's already planned. So, yeah. So this is how I feel that I'm on the right path doing what I am doing, if that makes sense. Because when I go to my yoga sound bath classes, it helps me, you know, it relaxes me, it brings in ideas and connections with other guides, and, you know, so I can bring it into my own content on here, if that makes sense. And I'm so grateful. So let's alchemize some miracles, you know. miracles amaze me with the impossible, because I believe that anything is possible, you know. And then I was saying, what was I saying the other day? I think about, I like to play a little game with the universe, like of helping me find a parking space and, you know, sorts of things. And I'm like, come on, universe, come on, guides, amaze me. So if you're in a situation and you just think, I really don't know how to deal with this or alchemize this energy. I mean, as I say, I've been feeling monitoring spirits, and I'm not being paranoid or anything. You know, people who know me know that I get this shit. Do you know what I mean? This shit is real, excuse my French, but it is real at the end of the day. And I just go, just send them back where they came from. They're not welcome here. They're not welcome here. And I was listening to amazing drumming. I think what they called celestial shamanic drumming. Oh, it's incredible. It's brilliant. So in a bit, when I finish my Atlantean healing, like after this, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to drum along to celestial shamanic drumming, and I don't care because my neighbour makes enough bloody noise as it is. Do you know what I mean? But that's what I mean. Like, some people like it, like they like seeing people get annoyed or get pissed off because it gives them a bit of a boost. And I'm like, you're nuts. Do you know what I mean? Why would you want that? Why would you want to try and cause disharmony, you know? People who do that are so unhappy in their lives, it's unreal. It's true. Shadow work. I do have the shadow work cards. Oh, I do. I need to go out in the forest again. So let's alchemize the impossible and miracles in your world. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There could be something where you're like, oh my God, I just really don't know how I'm going to sort out this situation. How am I going to improve my life, my relationship, my job, my home, my friendships, my life, my financial status, my business, my animals, I don't know, my world. It, you know, it doesn't have to be any of those because everybody's going through something different, but or, you know, stuff to do with family, or I don't know. It could be absolutely anything. I'm just doing what I'm guided to do. You know, things come to me when I'm on my yoga mat, and as I say, I was going to do the completely different, and then my guides are like, no, we'd like you to do this, and I'm like, okay. So this is for someone. Don't know who, I never know. laughter is good. I mean, some situations it's very hard to laugh, you know. And another thing, never laugh at other people's misfortunes, because some people never know, like, if they could possibly be in a similar situation, you know. And all the stuff that's connected to do with me that I've spoken about, much to the annoyance of some people, but at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is, basically, and some people need to take responsibility for their actions. Deception, a slippery slope, erodes trust. Honesty fosters connection and authenticity, integrity, transparency, trust. Yeah. Excuse me, my voice is starting to go, but never mind, I will still keep going. Face the music, I just heard, connected with someone might have to face the music, literally. You know, own up to their mistakes, or, you know, to do with karma, because some, like with some certain things, like there's some energies, people, whatever, that I can't do healing on. Because if I was to do healing, I'm interfering with their karma. So I would just go, connect with your creator. No matter how much money they offered me, it's not worth it. I tell you, it's not worth it. Positive change. Transform pain into strength and empower yourself. Ascend evolution free. Yeah? You know, some people think that money buys everything. It doesn't buy you health. It doesn't buy you morals either. Do you know what I mean? Some people think that they can buy their way out of certain things. No. And they are being watched by the ancestors. Shame and guilt. Feel them without judgment. Mistakes do not define your worth. Compassion, acceptance. Yeah. And it does matter what we do in this life. Having hope. Navigate your shadows with compassion and gentleness. Grace, kindness, self-care. It does matter. It does matter what we do. You know, so some people are actually really feeling that now. Oh, look at this one. Oh, making peace. In the midst of adversity lies the path to self-discovery. Profound, genuine risk. And it's not all about blame. It's not about, oh, I'm going to blame them and this and everything. No, it's not about that. But some people do have to take responsibility for their actions. Same as what I have to. That's why I've left everything. All the shit, excuse my French, all the nastiness, nothing else that's been thrown at me and towards my family. Because remember, I do have children. You know, I do have children and I love them very much. So, you know, and I'm very protective of my children. And, you know, justice, judgment and karma is coming if it isn't here already. So, shadow alchemy. Turn shadows into gold by shifting your awareness. Empowerment, rebirth. That's why I did my shadow work. That's why I went off and done my healing, done my journey, which isn't easy, and got to the root of the problem of my own stuff. And I'm still going through it now. You know, much to the annoyance of some people, jumbled thoughts. The mind can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. Confusion, anxiety, escape. Yeah, much to the annoyance of some people, how I made it through. Because I'm a badass. I am, you know, with a good heart. Unseen patterns. Change your thoughts, change your life. Beliefs, programming. or reprogramming, sorry. Yeah. And I didn't turn out how some people wanted me to turn out. I've still got a kind, loving heart on me. Much to say with some people, they wouldn't know the meaning of that if it bit them on the you-know-what. So, you know. But yeah, manifesting miracles, the impossible. Even something that you feel that there's no way, you know, put it out to the universe. Be like, universe, surprise me. Ancestors, guides, angels, surprise me. I deserve it. I deserve everything. Happiness, love, financial abundance, good health, a thriving business or a good job, a beautiful dream home, beautiful animals around me, good food to eat. You deserve it all. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise, you know, because, you know, if they want to put that on, you know, let them with themselves. You know, you can't heal everybody, you can't save everybody. You know, some people don't want to be saved, so it's not about saving, it's about saving yourself. Sometimes you look at this, look, self-reflection, looking inward helps you see what to improve, to make better choices, awareness improvements. Yeah. It's not so much about being a victim, you know, it's but some people have survived a lot of stuff to do with their lives, you know, and I know that because, I mean, I've been through some things in my life, but, you know, there's some people that have, wow, you know, they've been through a lot, but they still have a kind, loving heart. Do you know what I mean? And that is so important. So any of these other, excuse me, these, I don't know, entities or whatever, you know, oh, this happened, that happened, da da da, I was paid this, I was paid that, you know. What? So you could get a Gucci watch. So you could get a Rolex watch or Gucci watch or Gucci handbag, you know. Oh, I do this and oh, I do that. And do you know what I mean? Try and ruin someone's life. Yeah? You know, but they end up destroying their own. This is the, you know, which some of them are finding out. Strength, courage, self-love. So no matter what anybody throws at you, you're protected. You're always protected. You're loved. Always. And if you think nobody loves you, I love you. There you go. I really want to beat this drum so hard. It's like, no. Only because it's so good at releasing, you know, and I'm releasing my own stuff. Alchemizing my own stuff. I don't care if it doesn't sound in tune, I don't care. best friend. My cats would be like, oi. My cats would be like, we're your best friends. Yeah. These beautiful cards. Journey, branch out to new worlds. This is what I love about my channel, because I'm not like all the other readers, you know. I like shamanic drumming, I like Atlantean healing, I like the readings, you know. I like some variety. Uncertainty, the shades of grey within the fog will eventually lift, you know. I want to do things different. Friends, the most unlikely friendships can form like variegated lichens on hard rock. They create a tight bond. Yeah, I love my friends. I have some beautiful friends in my life, and I am so grateful to have them. Don't know if there's any more. And I'm going to finish. Wow, they're all flying out. Words, be calm, soothing, mysterious, and full of life. Yeah. Learn. Take a lesson from the owls. Deeply observe the night, and you'll become a little wiser in the day. These cards are so cute. I love them. Maybe just one more. Whoa, it's too many. Let's go for that one. Reconnect. Secrets lurk in the captive shadows, deep in the woods. Beautiful. So I'm just going to close out with some drumming just to finish. And oh, do I have the... Oh yeah, I forgot. I've got the Sacred Path cards. Oh, I've got those. Okay, let's just do a little bit. I like that. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Let's do it. I'm alive. I'm here. And I am here to stay. I am not going anywhere. Obviously, I'm going to be moving. I don't know where I'm going to be moving to. But with life, you know, in this world, I'm not going... I was like... I was having a joke with my friend, if the aliens came and landed in my garden, that I would go with them in their spaceship. And do you know what? That does feel tempting still. It does. You know, people think I'm bonkers. I don't mind, but I tell you what. Sometimes that does feel really appealing, you know. Tell ya. Number 3, Vision Quest, Seeking, Finding. Can't believe I was going to forget to read these cards. I love them. There's always a message, like it all, you know, with the synchronicity, with the drumming and the cards, there's always a message, and it always makes sense, you know, always. I love it. So connected, you know. Right, where are we? Check I'm still recording and hasn't finished. Vision Quest. The Vision Quest is one of the oldest tools used by tribal people to seek direction for life. Under the guidance of a medicine person, the seeker is sent to a remote location to fast and pray for 3 to 4 days. The result of this activity, which is called Going on the Hill by the Sioux, a fuller understanding of your place or pathway in the world. Maybe I should go and do that. Maybe it's not a bad idea. Great Mystery gives the sacred medicine helpers permission to come in vision form to the person who is vision questing. The spirit of the animal, tree, stone, moon, stars, or ancestor who appears will be an ally or guide during that seeker's earth walk and will protect the person's sacred path. High up on Sacred Mountain with unrestricted view, the clarity of vision comes to us anew. Direction with purpose, Great Mystery will bring strong medicine allies to grace our medicine dreams. Oh, that's absolutely incredible. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this shamanic drumming, and I will see you again soon. Look after yourselves.